Yeah, they'll probably get a fucking dig, but nah, I don't give a shit. And I'll keep this shit to a minimum, but like, um, no, like, I'll say this, not to give it away, but like, I'll tell you very soonly about it because like, I think I gotta like really fucking blow this shit up, but
Their defenses are no joke.
she purposely went out of her way to point you out to me
Of course you did.
about a psychosis, and I was like, and I directly said to her, I said, I don't give a shit what you think about this dude. I think on my own. We have disagreements, and
Why?
I
What did
said,
she say?
she basically, she made a comment about like psychology and listening to Evan and whatever, and I said, listen, I stopped and listened to Adam. What the fuck are you talking about? Who I listen or don't listen to? Adam's a fucking idiot. And I was like, he's way out in left field. At least this dude has a fucking degree. I mean, like, if you're gonna go after him, why aren't you going after your own fucking blood, who sounds like a fucking moron?
Well, it's not
And
even
you've
about
heard
that.
me get
What's
into a
right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. There's no fucking
right,
psychology behind it. Like, you
right.
do nasty shit to people you're supposed to care about. Well, that's straight fucking forward.
But she no, but she again, she got mad because this is okay. This is how front of facing. This is how honest I am. We went on the ride, and I said, "Listen, we're gonna put shit out here. Like, let me kick this bitch off." I told you that I told my dad because I came in the house. He saw that I was upset. He came down. He was like, "Yo, what's going on?" And I told him. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. I told two other fucking people. I told Evan and I told
Well,
Erica.
you also ended up telling Darren, right?
Not okay. Not directly.
Gotcha.
Not. I didn't tell Darren. I don't. And really, to be honest, I don't know what she actually really said to Darren. And actually called her out for the shit. And I was like, "Why, yo? Why do you lie to Darren?" And she said she didn't. Because I told Darren, like, Darren was like, yo, you gotta call or text her. And I said, yo, did you, like, why don't you talk to your mom and tell her what she fucking did? And then he said, yo, this shit was suspect. And I said, no, you got it wrong. I walked into the room. There was a dude on the bed. The door was closed. I walked into the room. A dude was on the bed. That's not suspect. That's dead cheating. Even if you don't fuck the person, why the fuck is a
Why is he
person on the
there?
bed? Yeah. Why is a person there? And I said, and then after that, he kind of see Darren's been kind of vague with me because he's like even I text him today about like coming to see them. And he was like I was like, yo, I'm thinking about coming out here to this and this and that, and he was like, not that's cool, but he said like, yo, that's word or whatever. He's very vague to me. I think the thing is that Darren's been out there and like this is an interpersonal thing that I know about what's going on out there. So Darren had this job and like he's always been asking his mom to help him and she's been helping him. Then he got a new job, which is just recent. And then before the fucking check was cashed, homeboy needed some more money, so she sent him some more money.
So
So,
she sent him the money. That's crazy.
right, so she helps him out all the fucking time when it comes to need to change his plates over and all that bullshit. So he's never like this is being a buck. He's never gonna cross
And it's her kid,
Big
dude. Like,
Mama.
listen, at the end of the
Right,
day, she's
Big
gonna take her
Mama.
side. So
He's not gonna cross Big Mama. So and when I like talk to him, everything is very like short, is very vague, and like even said, I was like, hey, listen, you got anything? And I'm not making reference to whatever she did. I said, hey, listen, you got any pictures, or even Haley too? Like, listen, you can send them. You can send them to me. And I actually made a joke where I was like, yo, you can even send handsome pictures of yourself. And I said, ha 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 ha. He never responded back to that shit.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I love the dude. I always will love the dude. I love my grandson. I think he's a little boxed in
Yeah,
because
that's a possibility.
he ain't gonna cross the mom to he ain't gonna cross his mom to like because mom helps him out. And when he asked, because like the last time it was like, yo, I need $50 because like I went and bought some groceries. I did this. I had to pay the rent. Hey, could you just hook me up because I need $50, man? I gotta put some shit in my gas tank. And she was like, and he started it off was like, no, mom, I know you're gonna be mad at me or whatever. And she just sent it to him. And again, you use the term. That's why, like, I came back at him. I was like, why the fuck is he using the term suspect? I was like, because really, I thought that she lied to him, but I won't necessarily say that she lied to him, because basically,
well, he's using the term suspect because there's probably a part of him that doesn't want to like just accept the fact that his mom lied.
Well, his mom did lie, because you're saying that you're at your sister's place and then there's a dude at the fucking house. Yeah. I never expressed that, but that's a fucking dead out lie, because she told me that. I never expressed that to Darren. I just said, no, I'm not answering your mom's phone call. Why don't you ask her what she did? She told the truth, but it's a partial truth. It's Anton came into the room, opened the door, and there was me and a dude there clothed on the bed, which is a true statement. I went upstairs, grabbed my internet shit, and flicked the fucking key onto the table. That is 100% fucking true. But let's be 100. Why the fuck is the dude on the bed? That's it. So she could say that all day, and he could say suspect, but the fact is he's been cheated on. You can draw the conclusions.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, but I'm just saying he takes a back seat because mom provides for him, which is, I'm not saying anything to that. And I do, even as a young person, even as an older person, like you would hold reserve for that person that sticks up for you. I'm not questioning that. Even remember I said that he sent the note that she said to me, which kind of let her off the hook. But she has that control over him because she helps him out. So he's like, I'm just doing what she said. So that's what I did. I can't blame him for that. You know what I mean? Mom does for him. So it's like, I didn't like it. I told him, I was like, yo, I didn't like what you did. I mean, I was so in front with him, but I did not break him down. I said, I did not like what you did, yada, yada, yada. But I said, I understand. It's not you. I love you. I care about you. You're my son. And he turned around and said, I'm sorry. I just did what I was told. I did not mean to hurt you. I love you, Pops. And that was that. And I had to let that shit go. I could not, I knew why he did it, because mom fucking... Yeah, mom stepped up. Mom always steps up for him, and then he's like, he's caught in the middle. And it's like, whenever the shit's going down with us, he doesn't take sides. But if mom calls on him to do something, he does it, and I don't blame him for that. So I don't blame him for that shit.
Right.
But,
and back to what you said earlier. about what she said about me. Like, it just goes to prove, like, it's just like fucking manipulation. Do you think that I've said anything that's crazy at all to you, or that's manipulative, or anything? How long have I gone for years while all this stuff has gone on between the two of you and just been there for you and just let you make all your own decisions and shit? Then, like, have I said anything to you throughout this whole time that wasn't helpful or meant to be helpful, or that was deceptive in any manner?
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yep. No, I hear.
That's like the opinion, like, and that just shows you it's like it's manipulative thinking, dude. I would never say anything to you intentionally or unintentionally that wasn't anything that I didn't think was good advice, or that I wasn't being honest with you. So that's the thing that's annoying about that comment. It's the only thing that's annoying because it's like, keep trying to spin the narrative.
Okay, so here's what I'll tell you not to do, and then I'll tell you the conversations that the real conversation we have. You don't have to apologize to me. I've always
I'm not saying that. It's just
you don't have to
how she thinks.
Right, and you don't have to tippy toe around me. But you do understand that when we have real fucking conversations, like, we keep it 100. We don't hold shit back, even if it's to the point of, like, taking strikes or hurting someone. Because even when you were telling me the other stuff, and, like, it was making me emotional because I was like, yo, this dude's talking the truth and he's letting me know, and I'm like, oh, he's reaffirming really the things in my head, and I keep pushing that back in the back of my mind, or push that back behind me, because I want to believe that, but I know it's not true. But the thing is that we've even sometimes not agreed with each other or been kind of unbalanced in agreements, but I've never gone into our conversations. And we also have to be honest. We bring up real ideas, we bring up honest ideas between us because we know that we can talk about that shit. We can, we can bounce off each other, and like, and it's not like a guilt trip. It's not like I'm telling you something, or we have an argument, or like, and even if we have an argument or disagreement, which we haven't had many arguments.
No,
I don't walk away thinking like, I don't walk away ever thinking like, oh, I should question our friendship or whatever. We've always been 100, and I think that's what's like. I think in the space that we're in, that's why we were drawn to each other, because like we just keep that shit real on that level. We start talking shit, and then like it's like, listen, but we're real people. We don't bullshit, and even if we don't agree, but like it's like, we can get to a common ground, or we can get to a space that's like, yo, listen, I still love this dude. This dude is my boy, and I don't have I don't have to apologize. I don't have to say I'm sorry, but also I can speak my truth, and I know I'm not going to be guilt ridden, and he's not going to bring guilt to me. We have this dialogue and that stuff. So I've never gotten to that space and even done that. So even when you're speaking your truth, and like now where you're like, yo, listen, I'm telling you this, but no. I will never, ever tell my best friend not to speak the truth to me, even if I don't like it. And you could tell me the truth, and your truth could be wrong, and it turns out to be wrong, but I'd rather have my friend tell me what their truth is.
Yeah.
That
what
way
they perceive to be right at the time.
Right. Because
I don't have a problem being wrong too, and that's what separates me from a lot of people. I could change my mind,
but yeah, and that's what I've always believed. I'm not necessarily like, people speak their truth. It doesn't necessarily make their truth right, but I'd rather have that person in my camp than the person that always lies to me.
Right.
I can't take nothing from that. This person's always going to be honest with me, and maybe it does not work out that way, but that's their honest truth. I know I can get honesty from them, and that's always the, like, we're talking about relationships, and then you're moving that in relationship. It's the trust that is the shit that breaks everything fucking down.
Right.
So no, I don't like. Don't have to apologize. You don't have to say like, "Hey, listen, am I speaking different or outwards or whatever?" No,
No, I just wanted your opinion.
no. You like this doesn't have to be said ever again. I want my people. Listen. I've told Erica. I've told Corey. I've told Darren. I've told everyone on this fucking planet. Yo, get you real people in your fucking camp. Those are the people that are gonna ride for you. Like, even the women. There was a point where, like, oh, Corey's my ride or die chick. That's not now, but it was before. That's why she was my best friend, and she was a person that, like, I could trust into. Obviously that faded, but like, you want those people that you can be honest with, and they can be honest with you, even if you don't like what they say. But you also have to, but that's my mind. I'm always being open. I'm always creating open dialogue. And like, when we're just goofing around on, like, and we're in the open mic and there's Matt and all that shit, and we're just having dialogue. I like Matt. Matt's kind of my boy, because it's like, he don't have to believe what I think, but I'd rather have someone tell their truth. That makes them an honest person.
Yeah, like Matt and I disagree on a lot of shit. But yeah, I get down with Matt because at least I know where I stand with Matt. It could be anything. It could be anything. I know where I stand with Stab.
I went over there. I talked with Matt. We had a whole conversation about what was going on, and like, he was like, "Are you done? Are you done?" And I kept saying I was done, but obviously I'm a fucking idiot because I wasn't really done. But then we've had, like, Matt has his, like, political views and whatever, but to me, I don't take that shit personally. That's your truth. But I'd rather have people telling me their truth than telling me lies, because I don't know who you are when you're telling me lies.
Right.
I can't figure you out. I know Matt. I can figure Matt out. Matt's not going to change. He's more genuine than a lying ass scumbag that pretends to be on my side, but is always going to do shit behind my back. I can't deal with that shit.
Yeah.
None of us. So I don't like. Again,
like, it's just interesting to me, people that behave the way she does, because it's like, you wouldn't last 2 seconds with me. Like, I started becoming suspicious of one of my ex-girlfriends years ago. Remember my ex-girlfriend Lindsay?
Mm-hmm.
Started being suspicious of her, some specific things, and so I was like, well, I don't have a lot of super hard evidence. I go, well, let's see how she behaves for a little bit, and I'll see if my suspicions are right. Sure enough, my suspicions about her dishonesty were 100% in line, and I actually ended up getting evidence. I immediately dumped her. I dumped her so fast her fucking head spin, because I have fucking respect for myself. And she, like, literally, I was so pissed off and upset by the shit that she did that, like, I broke up with her harder than I've ever broken up with anyone. Like, she was fucking beside herself. Like, she could not believe it. I dumped her so fucking fast. Literally just moved all her shit out of my bedroom, put it in her vehicle, and was like, bye, you gotta go. It's pretty good.
Yeah, like, remember, like, in the beginning when she was with the other dude, the Carter dude? And remember we went golfing and I grabbed the fucking Jordans and I threw them in the back of the vehicle?
Oh, yeah, that shit's funny.
Yeah. Hilarious, right? So,
Uh-oh.
so we actually like obviously when at points where I'm getting hot and like we're having our disagreements and like I'm coming at her, like so through text I'm like, I don't know where how it got to that, but I was like, she said because remember I told you how like I figured out this stuff, but she tries to say, and this is okay, this is where I this is what she says, but I don't believe her because if I find you with this dude, I'm pretty sure, and you say oh, I'm pretty sure you've already been doing shit with other people. Like I gotta be honest about that because like it doesn't just like if it was just this dude and this is the only thing you did, you would be mortified if I walked into the room.
Oh yeah, just think to yourself. Imagine if like in an alternate universe those roles were reversed. Do you understand what would happen to you if she walked in on you? Chicken Little, sky's falling. She'd probably take a swing at you.
Yep.
Like she'd
Oh,
go after you.
no,
It's
she
not like she hasn't
tried
hit
to.
dudes before. Vice versa. Like
Yo, she literally, if one of her ex boyfriends that cheated on her would have got out of the car, she would have ran him into the waste dumpster. The way at the apartment, the waste management dumpster.
yeah.
Like, but that's what I always say to her. I said, okay, let's flip the
Oh, speaking of
roles.
the big homie, Tomato. What up?
Yo, what up? Um, I always flip the roles. I said, okay, if this was me, like, if so, this is what you're doing. Let's flip the roles. If this is me, sneaky, you walk in, girl on the fucking bed, what are you doing? I'm grabbing her. I'm doing right. That's what I'm saying. No, stop.
Yeah. So
Like,
it's like it's whatever, dude. Fuck that shit.
but I know better
Fuck all
because
that
remember
shit.
we had this shit before where it was like I took all the linen that was on the bed and threw that shit outside, and then I pushed her like at least 15 feet till
Those are
she hit the
crazy.
fucking fence. Yeah, and like I was livid at that point. And like I remember I came back to the place and then you were like, bro, like I gotta be honest, like you can't do that. Like you were telling me and I was like, I know, but like the emotion came out. So when I got over there, that's not like yeah, you can laugh at me and all that stuff, but it's like, no, let me just grab my shit, flick the fucking key on the table, I'm out of here. That's it. Like, fuck that. Because and then in turn later on she was like, yeah, if you would have done this and this and that, I would have called the police. So it's like, no, I'm not doing that shit. Because the police can't stop me if I have a key. So I can walk in the fucking house. But no, what you said and how you went about it, and like gave me the straight up talk. No, I'm not. Um, and that goes for Matt too. In this room, no, no. You have a full right to say whatever you need to say to me. I don't like my peoples. I don't take that shit personally, not one bit. Because if you got my back,
Well, the context of this conversation, Matt, is the last conversation he had with Corey. She tried to like, I don't know, try to make some sort of like innuendo into like the way it sounds to me. What she told you was like she's basically trying to say that like I've kind of brainwashed you into thinking all this shit isn't that like as if the shit she's doing isn't like she thinks it's not a big deal. I'm telling you it is a big deal, therefore I'm brainwashing you.
no,
In her own way.
No,
Like, tell him what she said.
okay, so let's rewind a little bit. So like we're in the car, we're driving, we're doing all the bullshit, and because my brain runs like fucking mad, it's I overthink everything. Hence why I knew someone was over at the house. She'll contend to say that she only, which doesn't make it better, when she says that the dude was, she only like talked to the dude 2 days before. He sent a request on Facebook or whatever, and then he's over at the house in 2 days. So I was like, that doesn't make it better, it makes it worse. Because you didn't, yeah. Okay, so like she's got her brain, she's got a micro brain. She don't know what she's talking about. That's to me what it sounds like, which I think is a false statement. I think there was actually dialogue. This is how she operates. She'll build a rapport and it'll stretch out. She wanted to minimize, thinking that like, oh no, it's just a fleeting thing and I don't really care about this dude or whatever, and I only talked to him for 2 days. And I'm like, nope, that's not how it goes down. So anyways, that doesn't really matter. But so when she goes about it, but like this is the ride. And so I'm like, in my head I'm like, okay, this is what I need to figure out. You say you love me. You say you still want me in your life. You still say I'm your best friend. Where does this shit come in? Like, just let me know where this stuff comes in. Because that doesn't tell me you love me. That doesn't tell me you want me in your life. That doesn't tell me... like, you're saying that when you're actually doing the act with when someone else is on the bed. And I even said, I'm not even saying that you had sex with him. I'm just saying the motherfucker's on the bed. So you said you were at your sister's. He's at the fucking bed. He's on the fucking bed. You tell me. So, right. So that's what, trying to minimize something where it's like, no, you were caught in a lie because I showed the fuck up and I walked into the fucking room. So number one, the lie is there. You can't take back the lie. I see you. I don't give a fuck about the Snickers and the uh-oh and the bullshit. I don't give a fuck about that. You were caught in a dead out fucking lie. So you weren't there, you were here. So, with that said, you're telling me, because I'm trying to process this. You're saying to me, you love me, you still want me in your life, you want to still see me, but this shit is going on. Tell me how that goes down. I don't know how that goes down. I don't know. Why do you get into the psychosis? I don't know. All of a sudden, I'm like, yo, like when we were in the car, I backed up the car and we're in the driveway and I'm like, yo, okay, this is what I'm saying. You have to understand what I'm saying. There's this shit where you got a dude in the bed and you're trying to fuck him. I don't give a fuck what you say or don't say. He ain't in the fucking bed with the door closed and you ain't fucking him or trying to fuck him. So I caught you that. So that you can't deny that shit. So you have this, but you're telling me you want to be with me. So where's this and where is fucking this? Because you want this, but now you're sort of quasi saying like, listen, I don't know where it comes from. I don't know. And just saying all this, I don't know. You know something because the motherfucker's in the bedroom and I caught you. So you know something.
Well,
so I'm
tell
saying
her what she said about me.
So then I turn around, so then we get into the house and then we're talking and then, she has this outburst because this is, so this is what I'm going to say that I started with. I told her, I was so front facing. I said, listen, we were going for the coffee and the ride and I said, I'm going to be honest with you. Because she only knew that I told my dad. No. I said, I'm gonna be totally transparent. I told Evan and I told Erica. but they knew before the other shit. But that's what I told. And I said, listen, you could be mad, whatever, but I ain't lying to you, and I'm not hiding shit. So then we go through all that, like I said, and then we're at the house, and then she has this complete outburst about, yo, listen to Evan, what, he's your psychologist, blah, 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 all this fucking bullshit. And I was like, what? I was like,
I mean, he's dealing with a crazy person, Matt.
And then I said, and I said, no, but that, okay, so
that's what he said earlier.
No, so that's part of what I said in response to it, and I said, me and Evan have dialogue, and I know what Evan, I know he's got his degree and blah blah blah, but I said, I'm my own person. I don't listen. Like, me and Evan don't agree all the fucking time. It's not like we agree, but it's like, yo, listen. Right.
Well, all I say do you want to be with someone that treats you like fucking garbage and lies to you and cheats on you? How is that being like a fucking? How's that being manipulative?
So then
that's what
when she
said.
So then I said, well, I have dialogue and I talked to Adam, and then I said, I don't agree with Adam. You've even told me to shut up when me and Adam had fucking disagreements and it was way too loud while she was sleeping. And I was like, I don't disagree with Adam, but you don't have a problem with me and Adam having a disagreement, and that's your fucking blood. And Adam is completely off of fucking left field or right field, whatever the fuck you want to go. I was like, yo, that dude is out there. And I'm like, you have a problem with Evan, but then you don't have a problem with your own fucking nephew, who is completely fucking, he's out there. But I said, even though I have a disagreement with Adam, and even though I like, me and Evan, we talk, and I don't have to agree with Evan, does not mean I don't stop talking to them, because it's the dialogue, and that I like Adam, and Evan's my, one of my main best friends. I don't like, those are my people.
Boy. Sorry, someone talking to me on my stream.
Right, so I'm like, yo, those are my people. I was like, I don't like, what are you talking about? So she had that quick outburst, was like, well, to be honest, that's
all it's really about. Like, that's the ego. It's the fucking ego talking. Like, just like how she want to get into the car and fucking call him 1,000 times. It's because she needs to soothe her ego. She wants the last word, the last laugh. At least I can apologize for how shitty I am all the time, just to have fucking sleep better at night. She don't give a fuck about him, dude. She don't give a fuck about herself. So, I mean, it is what it is. And like I said, like, I grew up with that family, and like I told Anton, that's how good of a friend I am. I don't respect people that treat people like that, right? So it was even though I've known Corey since I was preteen, Anton and I have built such a close relationship, just like how I have a close relationship with you. I trust you guys, and I know that I can have conversations with you guys, and even if we disagree, or even if none of us are right, like Anton said earlier, I know I'm getting your truths, right? I knew the second all this stuff started happening, hers and my relationship would never be the same again, or be non-existent like it's become, because he's my fucking guy. And I have his back, and I'll be there for him. All I've ever done this whole time is try to show him that at this point, I had a conversation with him earlier. I told him, I go, I had to kind of like lay it down hard and thick and be mean to a degree. But I go, at this point, anything she does to you, it hurts you, is just as much your fault, because you're letting it happen. The past handful of years, he's just let it happen. The things she's done, she does not give a fuck about him. She does not care. So she could say whatever the fuck she wants. I know that I'm a good fucking person, and I'm willing to throw away acquaintances and relationships with other people if they're not good people, to fucking step in front of, embrace the people I care about. So She can say whatever she wants about me. I'm not losing a fucking second sleep over her opinion on me and shit. And that just shows you how manipulative she is. So I'm your armchair psychologist and manipulating you and trying to tell you. Does she like what does she think? I'm trying to fucking tell you that there's shit that's going on that really isn't? No, I'm telling you what's right in front of your face, that she's a lying, conniving cheater.
But
Like,
you gotta
how
tell,
is
you
that?
gotta,
How is that me trying to manipulate or be his armchair psychologist? I'm just telling him what his reality is with you.
and the
Because
fact
she
is
wouldn't
even
last 2 seconds with me in the relationship arena. If I was in his shoes, she would have been fucking cut off the gang so fast. She would have been dumped so fast. I just want him to
and
be
the
happy. And the shit that
and
he's got
the
going on with her is not. It's the antithesis of it. It's making him absolutely fucking miserable. And I told him, I go, I've tried to tell you without having to be, you know how you got like those helicopter parents that just like let their kids like do whatever they want and it messes their kids up over time because they're scared to just tell them the truth and shit. Like, no, your son's not a girl. No, you can't fucking be mean to everyone and behave this way and blah, blah, blah. Like, people are afraid to step in and have to be harsh if they have to for the people they care about. I'm willing to do that. You know, him and I had a hard conversation tough conversation earlier that had to be had. And I straight up told him, after this point, I can't give you any more advice on it, man. I'm telling you exactly what's going on right now. The rest is on him. But yeah, it just shows you how manipulative, how much of an asshole. She's like, oh yeah, ooh, like as if I'm like telling him shit that isn't true. Please.
and on two fronts on that, I told her, I said, listen, I I have my own voice. Like, Evan is my friend. Like, the fact that you had an outburst about like who he is you feel like he's a threat to you. He ain't no fucking threat. You know what I mean? Like I have conversations.
Well, technically, I am a
Right.
threat. Not
No,
trying to
but
be,
but
but
but Evan had said previously, way even before that, he was like, we had a conversation, and he was like, "Yo, she don't like me," and I was like, "I know that," and I told him, I was like, "Yo, she don't like you, she don't like Chelsea because," and then Evan was like, yo, because I call her out for the, like, she knows I would call her out for the bullshit. He was like, I don't, like, with that family, I don't play that bullshit. And when there's a threat, you tend to run to the point where it's like, oh, that's a bad person. No, that person tells the truth. You know what I mean? Like, they try to put it out there like, oh, this person is awful, but it's like, no, maybe I should go talk to that person, and that person tells the truth. So like, they're threatened by that. They're threatened by someone telling truth and not and not being like front of facing about it. And it's like, yo, this person knows you, and also this person can read you. And Evan said was like, I read her way before because of the interactions we had. He could hear that when we were on the PlayStation and
yeah,
like through the mic.
I didn't have to see it. I just heard
Yeah.
the way she talked to him one night, and I was like, oh, that's not how you talk to someone if you love them. And then I heard it the first night that I heard it, and it caught me off guard, and then it eventually became a pattern, and so I started, telling him like, yo, bro, do you talk to her like that, treat her like that? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, well, she shouldn't be fucking doing it to you. That's all. And then, eventually down the line, everything started to happen, started to cascade, like, and I'm being a good friend. I don't give a shit what she says about me. Care less.
Right.
I
And
just
I
think it's
didn't either.
interesting. I just think it's interesting.
Yeah.
It just further shows you what we've been talking about.
Right. She went after the dude that probably could read her the best, and she was defending herself against that, and it was just like, oh, guess what? Like, you're actually showing your true colors. That you're trying to defend yourself against a dude that could read you because you're actually pretty much a scumbag, or if not a scumbag.
It's like literally just thinking about it here. It's like that the serial killer like movie with the family, and then uh,
Just start snuffing people out.
one person, yeah, like they kind of like discredit the one person so nobody believes them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like not and just being absolutely frank, he's had a hard enough time for whatever reason, and like he can have his own opinions on it. But like for whatever reason, he's had a hard enough time understanding, and like I don't know if you're not understanding it or you've explained it to me on more than one occasion. I mean, you've been together so long, it's hard to walk away from people sometimes, but
Mhm.
for whatever reason, he's let her get away with a lot of shit that I just would never let anyone get away with. And it's everyone has their own like deal breakers, but there's just like, for example, some people have open relationships, but you have open relationships with someone that you fucking have clarified from the very beginning we're having an open relationship, and that's how we're rolling. But if you're in a truly monogamous relationship with someone where you've dedicated your time and your body and mind and all that stuff to them, and you guys are going to be upfront with each other and be in a relationship together like that, the way she's been treating them is not indicative of that.
But
It's all been it's been dishonest.
this is what I did. So Matt is here. So this is what I did. I sent her a note this morning, and what I did is I said, "Yo, the note what I sent was all good stuff about her." I said, "Listen, I love you, blah blah blah, but I can't do this. Listen, you've been the greatest thing that I've ever had, blah blah blah, all that stuff. I will always love you. There's no way I would never ever take away the fact that I love you." And I sent that. But I also sent the text. I said, "I have to block you because you betrayed me. And you can't, because like after we like I said, the conversation that we had yesterday was a conversation that was just so like I'm like, yo, I'm having this conversation where I'm defending, not in the sense defending Evan, but I'm like, why am I defending Evan? Why am I like, I'm like, no, you fucked up. Stop talking about these other people. These other people didn't fuck up. You fucked up. You're done.
Admit your own mistake.
Yeah, yeah, no, like, yeah, passing that shit to something else, and I was like, well, you want to believe Evan, and he talks for you. I'm like, no, I was like, Evan doesn't talk for me, and we've had disagreements, but you're also willing to admit, because you actually heard it, that me and Adam had disagreements, but you don't want to own up to that fucking shit because that's your fucking blood, and you guys are both, in a sense, you guys are both fucking retarded. Don't tell me like he's a fucking retard on some
And
levels.
like I love
But
Adam.
I
And I
love
love
Adam.
Adam, but like
That's what I'm
Adam.
saying. I love Adam.
So
Like,
like the reason why Adam, I think Adam just does. I don't think Adam ever has a malicious bone in his body. He's a very caring person and stuff, but like his negative personality traits, they perpetuate into the the universe. And like I don't think he truly understands sometimes how he rubs people the wrong way. Whereas like he's not really trying to do anything malicious to people and stuff. And he gets like way overtly emotional stuff. I don't think he really needs to be like that in ways. It's not like he's going around trying to treat people like shit. Like all the shit she did to you, that's a total different thing, you know. But yeah,
um, so like in the end, like, and this morning, like I kind of came home. I really didn't eat because I was like I couldn't eat, and then like I did sleep well, but then I wrote her in the morning. I wrote her the note that just on the note on one end, I told her everything that like I really meant, that I loved her, and that like listen, that will never change. I will always love her. I've been with her for 10 years. You know, not like despite what she did to me, but it's like listen, you can't be with someone for 10 years. That person can't be like your best friend, and then all of a sudden you just turn your back on them and be like, no, listen, all the shit that we done together, all the memories, everything, raising Darren, whatever. I can't take that away. That's always going to be a part of our life. So I made sure that I sent a note that just said all the positive stuff. Then I sent a note saying, listen, this is why I'm blocking you. I can't trust you. You betrayed me. All this stuff. If you want a friendship down the fucking road, you can come for that shit. And I mean, I'm being totally honest about it. It was like, hey, listen, we've been together for 10 years. So I don't like what you did, but I don't hate you. I don't, that's never
Well,
been
the
my
whole
personality.
to keep
So,
it fully
right,
transparent, the
right.
whole friends down the road thing makes me weary, creeps me out. But keep going.
Right. So I
Yeah,
no
I
no
don't, I
no
don't, I don't
no
like
no.
that.
I mean
But
like no. But what I'm saying is that like I have Darren and I have Vonnie. So I'm going to be in spaces with
right,
her.
right. And I
It's not
said,
that
and
I'm
I
not
did
going to
say
be in
that, like my
spaces with
mom
her.
and Doug.
Right. So I'm going to be in spaces with her. So like I'm not the person where it's just divisive nonsense, but what I'm saying is like, yo, okay, we're gonna be in spaces together. Like, I don't hate you in this way. I just like I can't trust you. Right. I can't trust you. Like the trust that we had is broken. I can't trust you. So if you really want a friendship where we're friendship moving forward based upon we're going to be in the same spaces, I'm not coming for it, but you can. You can figure it out. She didn't want that. So that's whatever. That's it.
Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want that. And it's like, I proposed that. I was like, yo, listen, this is Darren, this is Vonnie, this is us. Listen, like we might be out there at like Haley's parents or Haley's mom, Carol, and we chilling and whatever, and like you're across the table from me. What happened is whatever. I don't I don't gotta be ugly or fucking always make fucking shitty comments towards you. And the fact is like we're probably gonna live in a close proximity to each other, and we're going out there. So like, it's not like we're fucking assholes or whatever. But it's like, yo, I can be respectful, but be an adult. Show me that you can stop lying to me. Show me you can start being civil, and show me you can stop this swarminess. You do that, it's okay. I can be a friend to you. I won't be hurt by it. She can't do that. So it's done. It's too much work. So, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, like it's too like she like no. She wanted friends with benefits, and she wanted to keep doing her fucking thing. And I
You help
said,
pay
"There's not a
bills.
fucking way that's happening. I don't like. That's not when I got with you originally. That's not how I fucking roll. I don't do that shit. So whatever. It's all good. I mean, I'm not mad at it. It's just like like you said, what you had said before, and it played out the same. I just kind of but like I said, I did have a coffee and a ride with her because like it wasn't like we were getting back. It was like I'm the one with the soft heart. I'm the one. Well, like so closure's a weird thing because it's like I didn't
And
really want
that
her to
might
have
be the
closure. I wanted
thing.
her to suffer,
Well,
but
that might be one of the
because
things where him and I are different in ways, right? Because everyone's different. To me, the personification of having closure and making someone miserable is erasing them from your life and then becoming successful and happy. And when that person sees them, it'll stab them in the heart 1,000 times over. I would have never gone out and hung out with her ever again. Never had a conversation with her ever again.
I'm different in that only like, and this is where we differ. It's because it's not my soul, but like again, I got Darren, I got Vonnie. Like I'm not. Hey, the bullshit you do is the bullshit you do.
Right.
That doesn't corrupt my fucking heart or soul. So it's like, okay, I don't have to like you for that, but I'm not like I can move on from that. I can live and do that. So like I don't have this like thing where I have this vindictive nature that I gotta get back at you. So it's like I'll present like hey, but and again, Evan had said this. I'm a person that's a good person that likes to establish relationships and I'm good to people. So even if you're like bad to me, it's like I'll still nod at you. I don't like I'm not shitty like that. Show me all the shitty shit. I don't have to say shit to you. But as far as when it deals with her, where we had a history and like we got Darren, and like I said, we got Vonnie, it's a little bit different. So I'm going to see where shit leads. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. And again, I don't. I don't have a blood son. I don't have a blood grandson. I never raised a kid, but I got into this space, and this is where I'm at. So I'm gonna be the best damn fucking father, and I'm gonna be the best damn grandfather. So there is sympathies there. There is kind of a softness, and I'm willing to. I'm willing. I'm. I could take the egg on the face on that, on some other shit. I guess that's the best way of saying it. Like, I'll be sympathetic to that because, like, if there's egg on my face, it's like, no, but that's my son. That's my grandson. So if you want to play me for that or you want to use me for that, listen, now I can call you out for some really bad shit because you're a motherfucker and a half. Like, they should be throwing you in the back of a fucking dump truck and fucking squashing your fucking, blood out into the ground because that shit is fucking like garbage truck juice. Like, no. Yeah, but no, the people like, and I will say this, like, let's say you, Matt, let's say Evan. People can say whatever they want to about you guys. To me, I know who you guys are. I know what you stand for. You can't rile me up that way. It just would never happen. I just would never get riled up that way because I was like, no, you're telling me lies. I know who these people are. And in the same sense, it's like I could be riled up, but no, I know what the main focus is. It's Darren and it's Vonnie. You can't rile me up that way. It just wouldn't happen. So, in that respect, no. I stand firm on those things. I mean, I've had this talk with Evan. Everyone knows, and like I said, with her, like she tried to have this stance about him, and I was just like, no, like no. He doesn't tell me what to do. No one tells me what to do. I do whatever the fuck I want, and I said what I want. So,
Not looking so good.
This fucking blows, this whole fucking area. I don't have enough health to get through here. I think I'll fucking survive this Resident Evil. Like, I don't have enough.
but does all that make sense and is clear about what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I get why he doesn't know.
Did what?
When my first thought was like, why are you even talking?
It's more. It's like, and Evan Evan asked the same thing. It's personality. It's just personality. Evan asked the same thing, and he said the same thing. He was like, "Why do you even care?" And it's like, I do care. It's not about perception from her, but it's like I overthink everything, so I do care about everything. I do care about the small shit in my life. I care about because I overthink all the fucking bullshit in my life, and it's a blessing in some cases when it comes to trying to figure out people cheating on you, and it's a curse when it's infinitesimal shit that no one cares about and you overobsess and you can't sleep at night. So that part is just like I seek it out. You know what I mean? Like that kind of like emotional kind of whatever, and it's like I have to sort it and seek it out. That's just who I am. I don't know. I can't get it out of my head. That's who I am. So the idea of like, why do you need to know? Why do you need to search this out? That's who I am. Because again, the first, like let's be honest. After the first time, I should have been gone. I had to see it through, so I stayed. That's my problem. Why the fuck did you stay? Because I had to sort it out in my head and I had to work it out. And then in my head, I'm thinking, no, this person loves me. And then when the person came back to me, it didn't necessarily say that that person was fully committed to me, but it confirmed in my mind that I thought I was doing the right thing. But that's me overthinking and processing and like, oh, she came back to me, so I'm doing the right fucking thing. No, you're a fucking retard. But that's how my mind thinks. So if that's the answer, why would I do it? I overthink, but I overthink in spaces that are problematic to me. And like I believe I'm a smart person, but I'll overthink things and then it'll lead me to spaces that really I probably shouldn't go. And especially when you're overthinking relationships and it's more emotional, there's not like a level of facts that go with it. You just kind of roll to certain spots and then all of a sudden you're way out in left field and you're doing shit that you really shouldn't be doing. So give me a calculus formula, I'll solve it out. Give me a relationship issue, I could be all over the goddamn place because I overthink. That's what happens. If that answers your question better, Matt.
Matt's just wondering now that you're single. He's wondering when you're gonna let him tap that ass. Boy.
Yeah.
Like the video and send it to you.
That would reaffirm that she should go out and fuck more dudes. No, I don't subscribe to that, and nor do I care.
Technically does.
Could, yeah, it's true.
Just not, because that, I mean, that would just be like the opposite of what you think.
Or I could say nothing and go out and go golfing with the guys out of state, and like it could just fucking destroy people. Do that, not say anything about it. All of a sudden, pictures show up on Facebook where I'm out of town. But I don't really even do that. Like I don't do that I don't do that Facebook shit. It just it's bothersome to me. It's seethy. Yeah, it's seethy to me. I think it's an extension of MySpace.
Yeah, I don't know, like, people post all this stupid stuff about their life, or their fantasies, like, why actually just like don't tell them to talk.
I,
It is weird sometimes.
yeah, it's weird, and really, like, that's what MySpace was. MySpace was a connection kind of site where people could connect to each other, get in relationships, and all that stuff. And Facebook is just an extension of that. I mean, it's basically how she got to this dude through Facebook and seeing him in the fucking shop. So it was like, oh, okay.
Dude, I fucking hate fighting these regenerators. They piss me the fuck off.
Did you get that thing?
Yeah, I got it, but like they did a really good job changing the areas they're in and how you have to face them in the scenarios because it is fucking hard.
I think I put the rifle on my rifle.
On what rifle?
The long range.
Yeah, the sniper or the assault rifle.
Yeah, the sniper.
Yeah, that's what I did too. But I this area I'm in, I don't know if you can watch it, but I'm getting my fucking ass beat. I'm gonna try to make a run for it here and try to just fucking.
That area with the regenerators, I used to just walk around with the scope up at all times. Just look at everything. Just look at enemies.
But Evan was pretty aggressive and non-lenient with me. He was like,
Ooh, I made it.
he kind of lit me up. I sort of needed that, but I told him like, I'm glad that you told me, you stopped me and told me the truth.
I guess the reason why it took me so long. Well, I mean, let's be real here. It's like you never know when you care about someone, like how they're gonna feel about you when you say certain things to them, even if you're trying to help them and stuff. And like,
Especially when that first happened, you don't want to just like immediately go and
in like
stupid idiot reasons. You just
every time something would happen where she was just showing you needed to leave, I would like truly. This has to be like it. He has to be like, fuck this shit. I'm fucking done. And I just was like, every time, this is going to be the time. And you wouldn't. So I'm like, eventually I'm going to have to jump in his fucking asshole over this. I go, and I hope he doesn't fucking hate me for it.
I will admit this. A friend told my brother about the girl that he was with. He disowned his friend for the girlfriend.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And like, I was boys with him too, and he was like, yo, I was just trying to like help and protect my boy. He fucking turned his back
your
on me.
friend's girlfriend was with another guy.
No, no, he said, because my brother was dating a younger girl, but she was like ghetto out there, and my brother's friend told him, he was like, yo, and she was on Facebook when Facebook first hit, and he was like, yo, she's putting some fucking crazy fucking shit out here. He was like, run for the fucking hills. He was like, this is problematic shit. My brother told his friend, mind your own business. I know what I'm doing, da 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 da, and basically told him to go fuck himself. My brother is still has two kids with this woman and is in a totally hyperbolic, toxic situation. And when I talked to my boy, because like he was one of my boys too, and I was like, I didn't ask him what happened. He was like, yo, I just tried to give him the heads up. And he was like, even if he didn't believe me, he was like, I didn't think our relationship would fucking just like go to nothing. But like, he told me to mind my own fucking business, and then he just basically like had nothing to do with me, just walked the other way.
Hold on a second. I'll keep talking with him. I'll be right back.
So yeah, I've seen that kind of shit where like, and like what Evan's saying, he was like, yo, I gotta tell my boy, but like I don't know what he's gonna do. But I've seen that shit happen the other way. Yeah, I mean, like my my brother is on one level. Like he's when he thinks something or believes something or wants something, you can't tell him anything different. And I think his friend, which was my friend, I think he thought that, yo, I'm protecting my boy, so I'll let my boy know, like, yo, the shit that she's putting out here, like, this shit is like highly toxic. The term wasn't used way back then, but he was basically saying that. And no, but that's like the way my brother took it is exactly who my brother is. If he's got something in his head and he thinks something like, yo, this is my girl, I'm not turning my back on her, he would burn the bridge everywhere the fuck else. I grew up with this dude. So my dad used to give us chores. And I used to do all these fucking chores. And it was ridiculous for kids to do all this fucking bullshit. All my brother used to be like fucking like blow the fuck up, but my brother was lazy as fuck. He didn't do shit. So he never followed the chores, whatever. But the chores thing was like ridiculous anyway for kids. So the only thing that my brother ever really had was have to take the garbage and the recyclables to the curb. The motherfucker would not do even that. And then this is the craziest thing. So my dad, so I'm sitting here vacuuming the rugs, I'm cleaning the kitchen floors, I'm washing the dishes, I'm vacuuming the whole fucking house. Ridiculous shit. And going behind my brother because I did not want to hear my dad's mouth, take the fucking garbage to the curb. My dad would sit us down and would say, and my dad's at that time was a fucking nutcase too. Yo, what up? And I'm wicked ugly. And my dad would turn around and say, why are you guys like fucking me or shitting on me, like treating me like dog shit because we wouldn't do that. And it was only my brother that wouldn't do anything. So my brother was always like this. He literally did nothing. So like, but if you attacked my brother's either personality or if my brother had an idea in his head, he needed that idea to play out. You could not tell him anything different. So if you brought him to the table like, no, we can't do this, he would explode because he was like, he had whatever he thought in his head, he had to fucking do. He does that shit to this fucking day. My dad was going to give him money for a fucking house. And my dad said that. So then he turns around and he gets this, he's looking at this shithole on the north side of Syracuse. And my dad was like, I will never put money down on that. I will never help you out for that fucking piece of shit. And my brother lost his fucking mind. And he was like, not only that, but you're going to send your girls into this fucking shitty ass school district? into these schools? He was like, fuck no. And my brother lost his fucking mind. Lost his fucking mind. You cannot tell that fucking dude no. Yes, there are fucking dudes that you can't tell no, but like again, the original part is that when his friend came to him to protect him, he's one of those dudes that told the friend, go get fucked. But that's his personality. And I'm like in between. I'm like in between opposite. You know what I mean? Like I look for reason. I like to have discussions. I like even if we don't agree, and like I said, like I've had discussions with you, Matt, even if I don't agree, that doesn't mean I hate you or dislike you. I like the dialogue. When you have a conversation, yeah. When you have a conversation, that's the point of the conversation. You want dialogue and other people's opinions. That is when the Romans were doing it. That's what they wanted to do. That builds a better society. You are having conversations. But no, my brother was he's a moron. But and not only did he burn that bridge with his friend, and this is the weirdest fucking thing. They burned the bridge, but then they would get together, and like when they would get together, they had this like old school dap shit that was way back in the days. It's not even like recent. My brother graduated in '98. Those two dudes have an old school dap shit. So even when they had this odds against them, if they got into the same space, they do this. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? I was like, yo, it's fucking insane. So like, it's a weird thing. Like, they had that huge disagreement, and I've seen that kind of side of it where, like Evan tells me something. Listen, that's my dude. But then I've seen it on where a dude tells his boy, yo, homegirls is crazy. Maybe you should fuck you. Take a hike.
Yo, you guys laugh at this. Out of nowhere, Darren goes at Evan in the group football chat, looking like Uncle Krager in When the Sun Goes Down music video. He goes, Joe Burrow's overrated. That's team's depleted. Now, dude, due to how many players left your squad, therefore no Super Bowl will ever happen again. And I go, only in your dreams. I go, you and Adam are having a ladies' night? ? And then Adam goes, Evers, and I hit love, and then I go, the boys are drinking tonight. Was that Denny? Yo, define fucking depleted then, because we lost a fucking safety and then improved our offensive line and drafted really good players. Dude, DJ Moore, or dude, DJ Turner we just drafted. Apparently he's doing so well in training camp in week 1. He's now the starting cornerback across from Shinobi Awuzie. Know what you're talking about. He's probably fucking around. That's crazy. His team's getting old and lost his offensive defensive coordinator. I'm going to be talking too much ish. And the Eagles got rolled by a team the Bengals are 3-2 against. He's probably talking to Adam. They're bored. Yeah, they're bored. He hit love on the boys are drinking tonight, because that's usually what Adam says. You guys are fucking drinking? It's like, fucking give me a break.
You know he would come after you, like, before, like, I used to engage him, but I don't even deal with his shit anymore.
Oh, yeah, no,
he
it was
like,
Darren talking to
you'd
it.
always go like, oh, you're drinking, and then me and him would just have this fucking battle where I would just go fucking insane on him. So I'm like,
well, because
drinking?
it's a really,
like
it's a really personal, it's a really personal shot when he says that shit to you. Like he's trying to say that there's a flaw in you that you drink. It's like,
yeah. He's baiting you in. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you drink, you're an asshole. Yeah,
and it's
you
like,
drink, you're an asshole.
it's like everyone has shit that's, you know. But yeah, it's just funny. I think Darren's fucking around, but I think Darren knows. I think Darren knows for a fact that his asshole would be puckered the whole game if he actually had to play my football team. I'll tell you that much. Think so? I don't know. Your defense has gotten really good. It's going to be dirty this year. Mozzie Smith and the boys, dude. Fucking Mozzie Smith. Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's like, I don't even like football. He goes, I just like to hit motherfuckers. Hell yeah.
I hate the fact that my team is super thin up front on defense. I mean, really fucking thin.
Did you guys see signed Danielle Hunter for a year? Hopefully don't get hurt.
Yeah, like up to the 20 million. But that's the problem. It's him. Then they bring in Davenport. They let go of
Fuck.
Yes, from the New Orleans. Yo.
Oh yeah, you guys did bring in Davenport. He's actually a good player.
Yeah. Wicked thin up front. Wicked thin up front. Wicked thin on the cornerbacks. Yo, Marcus Peters was hanging out there. They never decided to sign him.
He's still out there, isn't he?
No. He signed with the Raiders.
Okay, he just signed with the Raiders. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, a couple injuries, we're fucked.
Well, you could tell that the players are really the ones that vote on that shit because those players are all over the place. Like, as much as I defended CeeDee Lamb, they put CeeDee Lamb ahead of Jamar Chase. Oh, I don't care where they put him. He's just not better than Jamar. It's like, come on now. Oh, here we go, Dennis. They're still in there talking. He goes, what do you guys have? I love how Adam's going to get involved when he knows his team sucks cock and it's going to get rolled this year. I can't wait because you just lit the fucking firestorm. They'll attack you and tell you things about yourself you didn't know, dude. They'll tell you personal shit they found out about you. You didn't even really know that it existed. They'd be like, oh, well, Dennis got this going on. You'd be like, what? Hey, you guys all changed your like profile photos recently, so I'm trying to figure out who's who.
I haven't changed my shit.
Yeah, yours hasn't changed a little bit.
Oh, you want to put a nice, like, spiffy fucking new fucking photo on there?
Yeah,
maybe
one where you're showing one where it's just you spreading your cheeks.
No. It's me with two women hanging on my fucking arm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, brother. This bow's soft.
Adam, what did you guys have? A lot more than the fucking Giants.
You better take that deal.
Dude, I wish
Hell.
we played the fucking Giants and the Eagles so bad this year. Dude, I hope the Bills smash the Giants and the Eagles this year, and we could just storm the chat and be like, "Ah!" Oh, I don't care. I don't care who beats each other out of the Cowboys and the Bills. I just want them all to beat the Giants and the Eagles. Oh, that is true. I didn't think of that. He says, "Where I come from, it's cornbread and chicken."
Super Bowl. Giants Bengals Super Bowl. Giants.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
I want the Bills. I want Bills
Jesus,
Cowboys.
if he lost that Super Bowl, we would never hear it for the next 10 years. We didn't do this. We didn't do that.
He'd be like, "We didn't
Like,
run the ball 60 times."
We didn't suck toilet water. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? We didn't suck grandma's asshole. It's like, what? Help! Nah, it'd be all types of fucking excuses. Fuck that shit. No, we don't want Giants nowhere near any fucking thing. Maybe the bottom of the division, that's where we want them near.
That's awesome.
Oh, God.
Who's starting the position?
Like the fans? Like the actual football team? What?
What? Yeah, that's nuts.
Dude, that's awesome. The players. That's hilarious. Your boy Danny. Yo, I'm playing Resident Evil right now, and I am fucking just out of ammo.
Dan Snyder's a fucking scumbag. You know,
It is true.
yo, do you know that, like, when they were trying to get him out of there, right? And then the league set up this shit, and like it was like with the owners, and then we're gonna try to get this dude out of there. Do you know that this dude did a PowerPoint and was showing how the other owners are fucking scumbags? So he's basically on like owners with extra girlfriends and shit like that. Yo, he's a scumbag. No, and then I heard this broadcast where they were like, what did he do for the PowerPoint? Did he have pictures? Was he doing the stick and showing like, yo, homeboy says he's over here. This dude's over here getting for a fucking pussy and whatever and lied to his wife, and it was like, what is this dude's PowerPoint? Like what like
Oh, word. That's crazy.
so no, so there is a connection with the John Gruden slash Daniel Snyder. It does lead to Daniel Snyder in the end, but Daniel Snyder's right hand man was really good friends with John Gruden. But remember, his brother was there. That's how his brother got in and being the head coach for the fucking Redskins. But they were boys. And remember, John Gruden originally got in trouble for calling DeMaurice Smith, who was the leader, the head of the NFL Players Union, he called him. He's got rubber lips like Michelin tires.
Yo, that's fucking wild.
So now look at Dennis. He's like, I'm done. So Gruden's explanation is no, he's got rubber lips like loose lips.